Hello, good members. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. Welcome back to RGT to 1K. I wanted to have some fun today, so pulled up an old Watergate list from Chris Perovic that is basically all in on using Levia Dragon with Legendary Ocean to blow up your opponent's field. We actually only have an 8, 7, and a 4 as far as monsters we can summon off of Reasoning and Monster Gate. Everything else is a Spirit, Aqua Spirit, and Fenrir, which I guess Fenrir is not really a Spirit, but it's kind of like these spirits. That's what I'm getting at. It's not an actual Spirit monster. You get the idea. But of course we have our 8 in Dark Magician of Chaos because it's just way too good. We have our 7 in Levia Dragon. We have 3 copies of a Legendary Ocean and 3 copies of Terraforming to go with it. So we are very, very much just wanting to blow up a bunch of our opponent's cards. And you may have noticed already that there are no copies of Giant Trunade in the deck, and this is the reason. So you want your opponent's cards on the field so that you can just get rid of them. You don't want to bounce them back to your opponent's hand, or at least that was the reasoning I was given. I still feel like you should probably play some Giant Trunades in this deck, but we're just going to run it as is. We do have all 3 copies of Reasoning, 3 Monster Gate, 3 Scapegoat. We have 3 full copies of Brain Control to help out with summoning this dude, because it is demoted to a level 6 while Legendary Ocean is on the field. So if we draw into one of our 3 copies, we can very easily get it out with Brain Control. We do have 3 copies of Dimension Fusion. Like I said, we're playing 3 copies of Fenrir, 3 copies of Aqua Spirit. We're going to be banishing a lot of monsters, and we want to get those back. We have full Trinity. Don't know about the duo on this list, but again, just playing it as is. We have a Heavy Storm, a Prima, a Snatch Steal, and 1 Lonely Trap card here. Our Reckless Greed. Unfortunately, Treacherous Trap Hole is not legal in Goat, so we're playing the Reckless Greed as a second pot of Greed sort of here. For the side, we've got 2 spell cancelers. We've got our copy of Jinzo that we don't have in the main. We have 1 copy of Des Wombat. I was actually pretty impressed by this card from the Matt Uber Steingate list that I've been practicing around with. So I wanted to give it a shot here. We've got 2 copies of Mind Control. We have all 3 copies of Royal Decree, 2 copies of Raigeki Break. Also been impressed with this card. 2 copies of Hallowed Life Barrier, a Mirror Force, and a Ring of Destruction to round out the side. So that's the deck. Let's have some fun and get into some matches. Alright, our first victim, Frosty Boy, is here. Let's choose the scissors. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series. I've been having a lot of fun. I really like it when I get to learn. I know, some of these matches haven't been the most professionally played of all time, but hey, the chance to learn and get better at this, I'm having a ton of fun just doing it. So I hope that's coming through in the recordings. Hope you guys are having some fun, and hope you feel it's worth the money that you all are spending to be a member for sure. Once again, very much appreciate that. I know literally no one has to do that, but at the time of recording this, I have 20 members. That's insane. I was not expecting that many, but hey, glad you all are here. Happy to be hanging out. Our opponent is taking a little bit here, but we'll see if everything's okay. I'll give them the... Oh, there we go. They chose. Could be having connectivity issues. May have had to run to the door or something like that. Who knows? But we've got a nice little Snatch Steal with double Monster Gate and a Pot of Greed. Okay. I do like this opening hand. See what the opponent's got for us. Old Frosty Boy. Got a hand shuffle. That's what they've got for us. Okay. Face down monster. Snatch Steal. Unfortunately, cannot grab that. We're drawing to a Fenrir. Alright, Trap Dust Shoot, I don't really care about. Take one of these. Be my guest. This deck is a little light on, starters. We just have the 2 Abyss Soldiers that we can summon out to be able to Monster Gate, so we are really, really relying on Snatch Steal, Brain Control, Scapegoat to make that happen, but, we do have all 3 copies of Scapegoat, so it's not unreasonable that that would be enough. Opponent having to think on what they want to send back here. My guess is Aqua Spirit. Fenrir is just right? Yeah. Sending back the Aqua Spirit, that makes sense to me. Give the deck the old shuffle here, and then we will go ahead and slam down this Pot of Greed. Alright, Abyss Soldier's pretty good here. I don't have an Ocean just yet. Do I want a Monster Gate? I could summon Abyss Soldier, just ditch Fenrir, get in for 1800. I don't hate that. Fenrir's not doing much here. Yeah, I think I'm actually into that. If I was guaranteed to Monster Gate into Democ, I might Monster Gate, but I think I might just hold off on it. Keep our Abyss Soldier. If we draw into some more water monsters, this will be awesome. We can just kind of like tempo our opponent out here. Or if our opponent, ends up summoning a monster, we've got the Snatch Steel to take it. We do have Heavy Storm as a little bit of a backup here, so I think we can just play it a little bit conservatively. And pass the turn. If the opponent just sets a monster, like I said, hopefully we just draw into a water monster. Give their monster a little Bouncerino. And we do have 6 copies of a Legendary Ocean, kind of, if you count Terraforming. We have 6 ways to find it. Put it that way. Maybe we can find one of those and we can Monster Gate. Oh, we were going to go into Demock. Well, that's unfortunate. But now we know. No, I guess we don't know we're going to hit Levia Dragon. We could just go into another Abyss Soldier. Might just throw down this Heavy Storm here. I don't hate that. Protect the Abyss Soldier. I guess that doesn't work out if they have a Raigeki Break. But I think it's okay. Just throw down this Heavy Storm. Protect from Battle Traps. We don't know if they're a Raigeki Break deck. Alright, they are. That's fine. Okay, they get to get value out of the knock with the Raigeki Break. That's fine. Oh, we get rid of a Solemn Judgment too? Alright, well, I'm just going to pass the turn then. I think this is totally fine too. Like, make the opponent give up more resources, even though it is a knock. There's a chance maybe they had to discard a card that's not a 0 here. Yeah, now it's Gravekeeper Spy. That's totally fine. We can Snatch Steal this one and start attacking with whatever we get off a Monster Gate. See if they set any back row here. I imagine since they set the Solemn Judgment there, they probably don't have any more. Yeah. Oh. Well, now I don't have to Snatch. I still could and run over the Spy, and then we can use the Monster Gate in the next turn. But I kind of want the opponent to like flip this up. We figure out what it is, and then we make a move from there. Sure. Let's just set the Scapegoat, and then maybe there's a chance on the next turn as well, where like we Monster Gate into a monster, we Snatch a monster, we summon Dark Magician of Chaos, get back our Pot of Greed. Something like that. I think this is fine. Deco, sure. So that gets that into attack position. Let's see if this other Spy switches. No, we're actually going to switch that one and play around Mirror Force. Okay. I'll take 1400. I'm not a Stein deck. I don't really want the opponent to summon out Tribe here, but I will go ahead and activate Scapegoat here in the end phase. Okay. Would love a Legendary Ocean here. Another Monster Gate. Okay. Well, I guess like we might be able to mill over Legendary Ocean. They can get into Demock. All right. I don't hate that at all. I think I'm going to Monster Gate first. I don't super duper want to Snatch Steal. Yeah, there's our Ocean. We keep going. Yeah, there's the Levia Dragon. So now the question is, do I Monster Gate or do I just Snatch Steal, summon Demock, and then Monster Gate into Levia Dragon? We lose our Demock that way, but like the opponent loses their whole board. So yeah, we definitely Snatch Steal first to tribute for Demock. Yeah. All right, so let's Snatch. It doesn't really matter. We'll take the Deco. And we are guaranteed to hit another Levia Dragon here. Because we do have double Monster Gate. Unfortunately, we don't have, like, lethal here. Oh, Dimension Fusion. Hold on. No, that's not really going to work out how I want it to. All right. We'll just tribute both of these for Demock. We will grab back... Could grab Terraforming, but I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just grab back the Ocean. Sure. And... yeah, now we Monster Gate. Hopefully... oh, ooh, sorry. Milled over an extra card here. My bad, my bad. Just realized them. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Someone saw the meaning behind my username. right, now we will destroy all other cards on the field. And, well, I guess we don't get to use this other Monster Gate, so maybe I was supposed to Monster Gate first and hold my Snatch Steal? Yeah, okay. Sure. But we'll just go ahead and attack in. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking I'd just be able to use the Monster Gate, but we lose the goats, so... Snatch Steal as our other card definitely would have been better here, especially if the opponent, throws down a Chaos Monster. They don't have a light in the graveyard, but, you know what happens every time I say that. Oh, no Thunder Dragon opponent? Okay. How about another Ocean? Alright, yeah, I think I'm just gonna blow everything up again here. Sounds good to me. Get rid of your monster, please. Moth? Oh, no. Oh, no, there's the light. I'm gonna be kicking myself over using the Snatch Steal. Yeah, that was a big punt. My bad. My bad. Yeah, here comes the Chaos Monster. It's BLS too. Alright. Take our 3,400 here. What do we have? I guess Brain Control is still an out here. Got 3 of those. Fenrir. Fenrir does not do it. Okay. I guess we can... No, even Special Summoning it doesn't do anything. Alright, we'll set the Monster Gate and pass the turn. See what the opponent's got for us. If they've got a way to deal with this, then... I don't know. I mean, they're just going to attack, right? We're just dead. But they played around Mirror Force pretty big last time, so... They did set 2 back row behind this BLS, so there's a chance that the Snatch Steal wouldn't have even have worked, but... Well, I guess... Hold on. Maybe I did need to keep the other Monster Gate in hand, just in case. Well, no, I still could have cycled through them first, I guess. Okay. So, maybe a little bit of a misstep there. Let's bring in our Mind Controls. I'll actually cut a couple of Brain Controls here. I think Brain Control not as good against the Chaos deck. It is good against the Chaos monsters, but I think it's fine to go ahead and cut down on those. I think that's all we're going to do. Just kind of run it back here. All right, let's go first. Sounds good to me. All right, a little reasoning to start off with. We've got a Heavy Storm. I think I'm just going to pass here. Yeah, no reason to throw off the reasoning here. We'll just pass the turn, see what we can do. We do have Premature Burial, which is really nice, so we don't even have to like Heavy Storm first, though the opponent did show Solemn Judgment. Graceful Charity is pretty nice. Unfortunately, don't have a Gravekeeper's Watcher over here. Discard Card Destruction. Well, I'm glad to see that one go, because I do like this hand. What else are we discarding, opponent? DD Warrior Lady, okay. Pot of Greed, sure. Pretty good start for the opponent over there. Having a think. And a set monster, okay. And just a backer. Sure. Ooh. A little Monster Gate action. Okay. Kind of just want a reasoning. See what we hit. Like, it's either 4, 7, or 8, right? Maybe I'm supposed to bring in Jinzo, because they're a Solemn Judgment deck. I could see that. Let's throw down the reasoning. One sec. Okay. Are we Googling the Levia Dragon? Try to see what level it is. It is a level 7. Eight. Okay. Well, we do have an 8 in the deck. That would be the Dark Magician of Chaos. If we hit that, okay. We do get the Levia Dragon. Very nice. We do have Ocean here, but I'm just going to make sure that the summon is okay. Alright, and then I will activate a Legendary Ocean. Make sure that's okay. All right. And then let's go ahead and activate the old Levia Dragon. Get some pops going. Oh, Solemn Judgment. All right. We've got Moth over there. Oh, they were probably thinking if they wanted to Solemn Judgment this. That makes sense. Yep. Let's go ahead and get in there. I don't think we need to Monster Gate to try to find a Demock, though I guess we could maybe put some water monsters in the graveyard, summon out the Fenrir. They wouldn't be anything that I could Dimension Fusion back, but I don't really consider that, but I think this is okay. We'll get in for 2,600. We've got Premature Burial if something happens to the Levia Dragon. Though we've lost our Legendary Ocean Tribe. Yeah, this is a Sea Serpent. It is not an Aqua. But that's fine. Like I said, we've got the Premature Burial. Opponent gets to get back their Moth. Cool. Oh, we've got a Chaos Monster coming too? Alright. Let's take 3,900. And Scapegoat. Scapegoat's really good here, actually. So now, yeah, because like if I Prima this back, then like it's gonna die one way or another to those, right? Oh, I guess if the opponent has Heavy Storm, I flip up my Scapegoat and then, I also have Defusion. Maybe I do just Prima this back. Attack over Chaos, or attack over Tribe. That way, if they have the Heavy Storm or in the MST or something, sure. Just kind of plays around a whole bunch of stuff. All right, let's attack over Tribe. That way our Scapegoat's safe and we can use Monster Gate. With that, we have Defusion as a way to get this back. If it ends up going to the graveyard somehow, like off of a Heavy Storm or whatever, that's totally fine too. Yep, standby phase, all good. No Trap Dust Shoots over here, opponent. All right, Sork, just going to go ahead and banish. That's fine. Here's where they slam MST on this, and then they Prima the Tribe. That'd be kind of unfortunate, but yeah, we're just going to go ahead and Scapegoat here. Maybe we get to do a little bit of a Fenrir lock? That'd be kind of cool. Ooh, another Monster Gate? Okay. We love to see that. So let's go ahead and just throw one of those down. And mill over Aqua Spirit. Cool. And Abyss Soldier. All right. Well, that could... That one's interesting. Let's just go ahead and Monster Gate again. Hopefully we don't hit Abyss Soldier for this one as well. Really hoping for a Demock or a Levia Dragon. That way I can just kind of take out the opponent's side of the board. Fenrir. Okay. Keep going. Demock. Excellent. All right. Summon out the Demock and... Oh, Mind Control? Ooh. Yeah. I think... Well, let's do a little bit of a lethal check here. So I can bounce this. We get in for 500. Yeah. Whoa. Hold on. I can just summon Fenrir. Not if I Mind Control. So let me think for a second. I can bounce this. 500 plus 1,800 is 2,300. We need to deal 21. So another Monster Gate isn't guaranteed for lethal. Oh yeah, what about Snatch Steal? Yeah, Snatch does it. Okay, let's just get back to Snatch Steal. Not make the same mistake with Snatch Steal that we did in the first game. All right, bounce your face down, monster. And give me that Chaos Sorcerer, please. All right. Oh, we also had Defusion in hand. So I guess I could have, like, Mind Controlled and then Defusion for the... No. I don't think we had enough life points, right? Whatever. Snatch Steal does it. We got the lethal. We're good. Do I want the Decrees or the Jinzo now that I'm thinking about Solemn Judgment? Jinzo's not, like, incredible. Like, I can just kind of take a Fenrir out for it, right? Let's get our Jinzo in the deck. I think that sounds all right. Maybe don't bring in the Decrees. I'm okay with that. Raigeki Break is kind of annoying. but I think it's all right. I think I'm just going to run with this. Click the old done siding button, see if we can pick up game 3. So probably should have won game 1. We don't know. Kind of depends on what the opponent's back row there was. If they had anything that interacted with Snatch Steal, obviously we lose. And yeah, pretty decent chance of that, but definitely should have held onto the Snatch Steal rather than the Monster Gate. And that's the sequencing with this deck forces you to look like pretty far in advance sometimes. And that's something I'll just continually have to work on throughout the series while playing the deck. So yeah, definitely a little bit short-sighted. Kept the Monster Gates. I was like, oh, this makes sure that I get into my Levia Dragon. And I was thinking that I would keep a goat around, so that was just an error on my part. But here, this hand's pretty all right. We do see Thunder Dragon from the opponent for the first time. So if they set a monster, we've got the old Mind Control. All right, Thunder Dragon and a Graceful, sure. I think the opponent had Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity last game as well. One thing I like about playing the powerful decks, like the Reason Negate decks, is Jowgen. Okay, well, we've got Abyss Soldier for that, thankfully. But man, if Abyss Soldier doesn't work out here, that's not great. Like, we can just bounce it or whatever, but, I mean, we're not doing that here. Alright, they're going to Jar of Greed, try to protect some stuff over there. Makes sense. I am just going to attack it. Try to get it off the board. Heavy Storm's not really the card that I wanted to hit with Duo. But, yeah, Deco puts a Dark in the graveyard. I guess we do have Mind Control and Brain Control, both for a Chaos Monster, so, yep. Go forth my Abyss Soldier. I don't think I'm going to bounce the back row either. Because I feel like... Oh. Alright. That's fine with me. Do I summon Aqua Spirit? It does attack for 1600. If the opponent has a Chaos Monster, then I kind of don't want to summon it out here. I just kind of want to wait. So I guess I'll wait. I'll set my Reckless Greed. I'll pass the turn. Now we've got Mind Control if the opponent sets a monster. We've got Brain Control if they summon a Chaos Monster. Yep, we do have a Chaos Monster coming down. All right, sure. Sork is fine. We also get to see more cards. Potentially, if we want to activate this Reckless Greed on the next turn. Okay. Another Aqua Spirit. Interesting. I kind of want to Mind Control this first and see what's up. Could also flip Reckless Greed. It's kind of going all in here, right? Yeah, let's just Mind Control the face down monster. I think that's better than Mind Controlling the Chaos Sorcerer, because, oh, well, especially if we've got a Night Assailant here. Hello? Okay. Love to see that. I'll summon out the Aqua Spirit. Don't think I'm going to use the Reckless Greed just yet. Torrential's gone, so I think this is totally fine. The opponent would have had an opportunity to Raigeki break this if they were going to, but we'll flip up the Night Assailant. Kill that Sork, get on in there with Aqua Spirit. Ring. Okay. We're not dead to a BLS now. We're at 3,100. Do I want to summon out the Aqua Spirit here? It doesn't do much, right? It really doesn't. Yeah, okay. Have your Night Assailant back. I'll pass the turn. Opponent has one card in hand. We know it's not Thunder Dragon. Okay. Night Assailant to defense. I guess we would have lost to a BLS there. Alright, something good? Heavy's not amazing. Can summon Brain Control and attack over this? Summon Brain Control, yeah. Maybe I flip the Reckless Greed. God damn, if that's a Moth, that could be pretty problematic. Reckless Greed lets me do, like, if I draw a Monster Gate, I can Brain Control. Yeah, this might be bad. I'm not sure, but I want to dig a little bit more here. We did draw the Monster Gate and an Aqua Spirit. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Now the question is, do we want to brain control this and Monster Gate and then like try to make a little bit bigger of a push? Oh, if we hit Demock, we can get Mind Control back. Sure. We're gonna lose to a Chaos Monster, like, damn. Yeah, that's tough. But I think I need to... do something here. Could be wrong about that, but I feel like just giving the opponent more time is not what I want to do. All right, Demock, please. Any Democks. Yes. Oh, just riding the Demock train here. Okay, let's get back Mind Control. And we'll eat this face-down monster. Dekoichi, beautiful. And so far, we can only summon out one Aqua Spirit, but we'll see what this Deco does for us. Scapegoat. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to summon out the Aqua Spirit. That seems good to me. Get in there for as much damage as possible. Good old 4,400. And I will set the Scapegoat, just in case something happens to like one of my monsters and the opponent has more attackers or whatever. I think that's totally fine. And here's your Deco. I will pass the turn. We do have lethal on the next turn with Heavy Storm. So hopefully... I mean, we're hoping Chaos Monster doesn't come down here, essentially, because we don't get to draw. So this is what we've got to work with. Deco to defense. All right, face down monster. We no longer have lethal, but it's okay. We do have Aqua Spirit to change something to attack position. I don't really think that changes what I want to do here. No. All right, well, we'll get in our for sure attack. Aqua Spirit over Deco. And then Demock is almost a for sure attack. Hopefully this isn't a Moth. Ooh, DD Warrior Lady? I was not prepared for that one. That's true. All right, pass the turn. The little Aqua Spirit that could. Opponent going straight to the graveyard. Oh no. Zombra. Okay. All right, that could have been worse. All right, we get to draw next turn. And we could summon out Aqua Spirit, change this thing to defense. But I think we just chill on our Scapegoat here. And maybe... This helps out if we draw into a Monster Gate or something. Yeah, I think I'm just going to chill on the Scapegoat and pass the turn. Like, if nothing happens to the Aqua Spirit, then yeah, it, like, guaranteed gets to run over the Zombra. But Zombra can't attack me anyway. Alright, the opponent drew a Chaos Monster. Yeah. Alright. Sork coming down. Man, the DD Warrior Lady. Alright. I'm just going to flip up the goats here. See if they want to attack one of them. Yep. Okay. Well, they've got a face-down monster too. Okay. Get to draw this turn. A Legendary Ocean. Yeah. Not amazing. I don't think I summon out the Aqua Spirit here. I think I pass the turn. God, if they draw any monster, though, I lose. Yeah, okay, maybe I do then. Alright. Summon out the girl. And I'll attack over the Zombra. Because I know I can get rid of that. I can change this to defense. I don't need to play out Ocean, I don't think. Just kind of hold on to that since I have this Heavy Storm. Alright, pass the turn. Standby phase, I will move Chaos Sorcerer to defensive position, so at least it can't attack. Oh god. Defusion would be great here. Actually, I'm at 1800. Defusion would not be good here at all. That would be an unplayable card. So hopefully I don't draw that. Man, I thought I was going to get this one. Opponent just had a steady supply of monsters. Jinzo. That's not it. That is not it. Set the Heavy Storm is a little bit of a bluff. Maybe the opponent doesn't attack. Spy. Yeah. That's a good one. Man, it's in such a good position, too. Oh, we're not going to go for it? Are we just summoning out of BLS here, too? Interesting. I guess I did show reluctance to set a card. Oh, man, if we draw Monster Gate and we hit Levia Dragon, if our opponent gives us one more turn, that'd be so nuts. Sork already can't attack, so they need something here. We're going for... They keep looking at the graveyard. Moth? Yeah, for Heavy Storm. Why didn't we just... Huh. Okay. Yeah, they could have grabbed Heavy Storm there. See what they discard off of this Graceful. Yeah, they could have just grabbed Heavy Storm there. I guess playing around Torrential possibility, but like, I don't know. They're going to flip them off anyway. I made mistakes. Definitely not just like trashing the opponent, just looking at things, you know, plays that could have been done. I'm having a big think on this Graceful Charity. Come on, Frosty boy. Speaking of Frosties, Frosty sounds pretty good right now. Alright, we ditch Tribe and BLS. What? Tribe? And BL? What are we keeping? Duo? Alright. What is his last card? I guess it should just be something that attacks, but like... No? Oh, we get another turn. Okay. It's Tremendous Fire. 600, it's Final Flame. That'd be funny. What do we want here? Brain Control's off. Snatch Steal? Or anything that can attack over this Moth? Come on, Abyss Soldier. No. No, not Dimension Fusion. Alright, well, I'm going to activate the Heavy to Posture here. Yeah, get rid of the Solemn Judgment. Okay, so keeping Solemn Judgment makes sense, but... Like, you could have just summoned Tribe and killed me, I guess. I don't know. We'll set this Dimension Fusion past the turn, and we're dead. There's no way the opponent doesn't attack at all here, right? Yep, summon Sangan, sure. I don't think I would have summoned. Definitely wouldn't put everything in attack position, but alright. Alright, we're going to lose. We're down to 166. That's 3 losses in a row. Yee. Alright, well, I definitely could have done better in that first game, I think, with just like keeping the Snatch Steal around, and maybe that makes the difference. Winning or losing. I'm not sure what I could have done in that third game, though. I could have pressed a little bit earlier with that one Aqua Spirit, maybe. I don't know if that was necessarily like a misplay, though, or just like a sort of like a hindsight, oh, this would have worked out thing. This hand's pretty good. Now, I wish the Demock was in the deck, but we have a very high chance of hitting our 7 off of the Reasoning, and I doubt the opponent's going to call 7. So I'm just going to pass the turn. There's no reason to do anything on turn 1. And, yep. Duo's fine. They hit Fenrir, that's perfectly fine with me, I think. Actually, just get rid of the Demock. Sure. Kind of want to keep my other Fenrir in hand, especially now that there's a water already in the graveyard. It's a good chance we could get into that. but it's like we're playing against our arch nemesis, the warrior deck here. All right. Well, Scapegoat's nice. Fenrir, very bad. Not great against warriors. That is for sure. Yeah, just going to lead on reasoning here. I don't have any reasoning to not. Opponent calls 4. All right. Levia Dragon, come on down. This all good? Gonna activate my legendary ocean now. This all good? MST in response. Yeah. Okay, that's annoying, but not really much we can do about that, right? I kind of don't want a reasoning here. I guess I could hit Abyss Soldier, bounce the back row, guarantees an attack, but I think I can just attack. Yeah, I'm just going to attack. Okay. We get over that. You only take 800. Plus 300 there, please, opponent. And I'll set the Scapegoat. We know the MST is gone. And I'll pass the turn. So, board-wise, look pretty alright. Got a big dude. And, oh, Abyss Soldier. I don't think I want to summon that out. If this is a torrential that just happened, that would be bad. If it's a Mirror Force, I'd rather, of course, just run one monster into it. I don't really want to ditch my Fenrir. I don't think I need to do that right now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack. And pass the turn. And then, like, next turn, maybe we consider going Abyss Soldier. Going a little harder. This is, like, the part of the deck where I wish I had a giant Trunade somewhere in the deck. But, oh, duo? Okay. I think I'm just going to attack again. Just play this a little conservatively, especially now with the duo. We can take our opponent off of a few of their resources. If this dies, we have Abyss Soldier plus Fenrir that we can do. Alright, opponent goes down to 1,000. We'll hit him up with this Delinquent Duo. Oh. Okay, well, I guess I wish I would have duoed first. Yeah. I wanted to attack and, like... There was a reason behind that. I wanted to attack, make the opponent make a decision based on they still have these 2 cards in hand. Especially since Reasoning Gate doesn't usually run Delinquent Duo. So there was reasoning behind that. I know a lot of times you do just slam Duo. Here, yeah, I think I'll just attack with the old dude again. And then maybe next turn we start slamming some more. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, I've got Scapegoat. I don't really need to do anything else here. Pass the turn. So next turn, like, we can summon out Abyss Soldier. If they don't do anything, we can bounce whatever. And then we can summon out Fenrir, which is also lethal. Oh, now we have Dimension Fusion too? Okay, well, it's kind of an embarrassment of riches here. So, yeah, let's go Abyss Soldier first. Okay, they are going to negate that. That's totally fine with me. Down to 250. I was about to type negate. Now... I guess Reasoning is the one that's not quite as likely, so yeah, let's... Or it's not the guaranteed option, so... Throw down the Reasoning, they call 4. Well, we don't have a 4 on our deck, so... This is going to hit. Mill over some Aqua Spirits. I believe we have to get Levia Dragon? Yeah. Come on down. This all good? Now... I don't think it's a torrential. So I think what I'm going to do now is summon out Fenrir. And this gets rid of Abyss Soldier. And Demok. No, can't get rid of Demok. But the opponent is just going to Dust Tornado for some information. And yeah, just going to concede. Good play on their part. We are going to bring in the Jinzo. We're going to bring in these. Gonna bring in these. I don't know if we want the Raigeki breaks, but if we've got the cards, I don't think we have the cards to cut for them, is the thing. But Fenrir just sucks in this matchup, and like, it's not been great in any of these, right? So I think I might just cut all 3 copies of Fenrir. We can probably trim a Terraforming, and Abyss Soldier's like fine. I think we need to keep that one in. We could trim a Dimension Fusion, maybe. And Brain Control is really, really good in the matchup. Could cut the Reckless Greed. Just for bringing in 3 Royal Decrees. Sure. Just keep our trap count as low as possible. I do actually like the Delinquent Duo in this matchup, so we'll leave that in. Alright, please. Please don't let me lose 4 matches in a row in this series. I already feel bad about the last video. I know there's no reason for me to feel bad about it. I'm learning. And I also recognize that the deck I'm playing is not very powerful. It's still powerful, but it's not the best of the Reasoning Gate decks. That is for sure. King Tiger, don't care about that one. All right, we might Brain Control that. Go into a nice little Jinzo here. No, little Trap Dust Shoot. Okay, well, Jinzo's going back to the deck. Opponent knows we're playing that now, so that might be relevant for a Reasoning later. Yeah, let's give the deck an old shuffle, and then I'm going to slam down this Terraforming. Go grab my Ocean. Someone... When I was searching for Gravekeeper's Guard in my last Gravekeeper video, I said, "Wherefore art thou, Gravekeeper's Guard?" And I've said that several times in a few videos. Someone pointed out to me today that doesn't actually mean where. Wherefore art thou means why. What is the English language? We'll slam down Pot of Greed. Okay, this is pretty good. Got all of our Monster Gates here. Do we want to probably just Brain Control and Monster Gate it, right? See what we get into. Everything is pretty decent here. We've got a Legendary Ocean. If we hit Levia, we can play that out. Maybe blow stuff up. Okay. Give me that. They know we have Monster Gate, so there was a chance they Solemn Judgment, but maybe they Judgment the Monster Gate here. Who knows? I think I am going to do this before I play out the Ocean. All right. Time for Mill. Oh, we get right into the Jinzo. Oh, yeah. That's pretty nice. All right, Jinzo, get on in there. 2,400 to the Dome. I don't think I need to set this Mirror Force. I think I just pass here. We could be in trouble if there's a Snatch Steal on the other side. Rhoda. Okay, that's an answer to Jinzo. Was nice getting one hit in with it, I guess. See if they go for the Exiled Force. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Now our Mirror Force is online. We just need to draw something to get this Monster Gate going. Oh. Prima for King Tiger? Okay. That's fine. Alright, that was not really what I wanted to see. But I guess I'll set the Mirror Force now. Hope this works out. Summon another monster opponent. They don't know about the Mirror Force, right? Yeah, they don't. A little flippy time. Hopefully they don't have a Judgment here. 7 tools. They brought in 7 tools? Why? Okay. I love 7 tools in the Warrior deck, but I don't know about it here. Yes. Nice little Snatch Steal action. I could blow up the board. Huh. Is that worth it? I can Snatch Steal the Blade Knight, play Ocean, sack it for this, blow up the board. My opponent's got 1 card in hand to deal with all of this. Jinzo's gone. I have... Yeah... Okay. If they have an answer to Snatch Steal, I just lose anyway. So, yeah, let's go ahead and snatch the Blade Knight. And I'll play out Ocean. I guess I could attack first. But I really want to get this thing gone. I can Monster Gate, but I don't think that's it either. I guess I could hit, Demock, potentially. I'm just going to do this. Any negates? Alright, I would like to declare the effect, blow up your board, and get on in there for 2600. Definitely not going to Monster Gate here. And that would not make sense. I could hit into Abyss Soldier, and that'd be very bad. Alright, don't have an answer, please. Alright, face down monster. That looks like a blocker to me. Oh, reasoning? Okay, well, I'm going to slam that down, and hopefully that works out. We've got 8, 7, 4 in the deck. 4. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, man. They called it right. Okay. Get on in there. Donald Zalug. Okay. I guess I'll set the Monster Gate just in case there's a duo. Because, like, they could have duo plus set monster or whatever. Maybe I want to keep this Monster Gate around. Set monster. All right, something. All right. We spin the wheel again. Slam down this reasoning. We're calling 4 again. Well, we do have 1 4 left in the deck. But we have a higher chance of hitting a 7. Come on, deck. Yes. Yes. Levia Dragon, come on down. Let's do it. GG's. Let's go. They had double Blade Knight in hand. All right. We're going to take a match this time. We only had to lose 3 in a row. So I think, though, looking back on it, and this is, just the part of the learning. I think I've done this at the end of just about every episode in the series. Looking back on it, yeah, I need to look a little bit ahead on my plays, see what I actually need to do for sequencing. As far as, do I need to keep this Snatch Steal, or do I need to use the Snatch Steal to take the opponent's monster and that be part of the tribute summon? But so I just need to slow down a little bit more, look a little bit farther down the road for some of the sequencing patterns, and we would have had a 2-0 here, maybe. Once again, it depends on what the opponent had face down. You know what? Let's go check it. We got time. We got all the time in the world. Where are my dual records? Here we go. Well, Frosty Boy. Oh my god, we lost 4 in a row? Oh. Alright, well, it will improve as beatings continue. Is that what? Morale will improve? Yeah, something like that. Alright, next game. Next game. We had a game. It was game 3. No, it was game 1. Damn it. Alright, we're just going to be extra scuffed here. Because it was the end of game 1, right? Yeah, here's the Snatch Steal. Okay. Let's kind of watch through all of this. If y'all are still watching, hell yeah. That means you're having a good time. And that is what we're here for. Okay, so this is all fine and dandy. Opponent has a spy here. Yep. Them playing very defensively with the spies was also pretty good. Yep, there's the BLS. Okay, they were very, very disciplined with the Chaos Monsters here. And we go into Levia Dragon here. Okay, so here's the spot. So Levia Dragon, if I use a Monster Gate here, whatever I get into, I contribute with DMOC. So I guess, yeah, if I Monster Gate here and I hit another Levia Dragon off of the Monster Gate, then I have to tribute 2 of them for the DMOC. And then, we're playing a game where if I get back the Ocean, now I'm not guaranteed to hit. I guess I'm still not guaranteed to hit Levia Dragon here with the 2 Monster Gates, right? I just have a good chance of that happening. So maybe, yeah, I'm going for a big play here, right? The opponent currently doesn't have a light in the graveyard, so maybe I just don't have to do this. Man, the opponent doesn't have a light at all, so I actually kind of don't hate it. I get back the Ocean. What would be the other play? I guess I could just like get back Monster Gate and go 3 Monster Gates here and just build up a gigantic board and start attacking. Huh. Maybe, yeah, maybe I'm supposed to do that. Maybe I'm actually supposed to just get back Monster Gate and start going in there. I just kind of tunnel visioned on the ocean play, but if I go triple Monster Gate here, like, I'm guaranteed to hit... I guess I am guaranteed to get a Levia Dragon off of one of these because Abyss Soldier's in the graveyard, but if I triple Monster Gate, I'm guaranteed to hit Abyss Soldier, Levia Dragon, Levia Dragon. So the 2 dragons can attack over these. Demok can get in here, and I guess Abyss Soldier can attack directly, but then I've got this gigantic field. The opponent doesn't have any lights. I don't know that right now. Like, I know this could be a Moth. We probably win if I do that. Yeah, but I was just kind of tunnel visioned on the ocean play. Works out here. But, yeah. But now we're just left with a Levia Dragon, whereas we would be left with 2 of these plus an Abyss Soldier. Okay, so yeah, no, that was... I didn't even realize what I was supposed to do whenever I was talking about the mistake. But yeah, I probably should have... Yeah, probably should have just grabbed the other Monster Gate and just gone all in there. And if the opponent has a Moth plus BLS, which they do have the BLS in hand, then it's... You know, it's not good for me. They draw the light immediately, so that's bad. But, like, I guess what they could have done here is, like, they draw the Moth, they just crash it into the Abyss Soldier. They summon out BLS in attack position. They start picking off my monsters one by one. But all I have to do is draw into a water monster, and then I can bounce that. Well, maybe they take out... I guess they don't even have to... They can pick off one monster. Maybe they pick off the Abyss Soldier, and then they just attack over all my monsters. So I'm probably not winning, like, no matter what I do there. But definitely interesting to look back on it and see what I could have done here to make the plays a little bit different. And yeah, definitely... What if I pick up Brain Control? Or Snatch? Then I just take one of those spies? I still don't think I win on the spot because of the Night Assailant, but yeah, definitely a lot of different trees, branches, a lot of different branches of the decision tree that you can go down there. But yeah, I definitely think I tunnel visioned on the Legendary Ocean play, and there were some different plays that I could have made there, different decisions that probably would have worked out a little bit better. So yeah, I think we're probably still dead to that BLS. I do want to see what those back row would have been. So we're going to fast forward there, but hey, this is part of learning the deck. And like I said, I was going to be watching some of these back anyway, just to learn, because that's, you know, part of this whole process. Okay, so the back rows are Knock and Mirror Force. So I mean, the opponent with 2 like running really, really good top decks, I don't think we're going to win this game either way, but definitely worth considering some different choices that could be made there that, you know, even if they aren't going to win you the game, they could still be better than the play you made. But yeah, there we... I didn't even realize the opponent put this in chat. I love that. But hey, that's going to be the video. Might do some more of these like little replays in these videos. I kind of enjoy this a lot. I don't want to do a video like just totally dedicated to that, but I might do some more of this going forward in the series. But yeah, that's going to be Watergate. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.